Yeah, fellas, welcome to the show. It's been a while since I've done a live broadcast, and I'll be doing them on this channel for the next 2 months. There's actually about 2.5 months left. So this will be my new place where I'm going to be doing our live broadcast shows, is on this particular channel when I decide to do them. But as you know, I'm trying to not do many of these shows anymore. But I did have some questions that were asked of me. By the TW guy. He says he began your shoulder demo workout you posted on YouTube. Looking forward to the incline dumbbell press next to see how you recommend the bench height and form. Bench height should be about 35 degrees. Okay, that's close to not a 45-degree angle because that high works most of your front delts. I want the chest, so instead of way up here at 45 degree, I'm down here, 25 to 35 degree angle, and it gets more of the pecs. I enjoyed recent videos, coffee date, hoe chasing. 2 quick questions. One, you mentioned in a video to get her motivation in life and what made her tick during the coffee. What are some past examples from your experience to illustrate how you determined her motivation and what makes her tick? Damn. Past examples. Let's see. I'm drawing a blank. Okay, let me just go back to Kim. See, I have to remember each date, and I don't remember very much about my dates because I didn't have very many dates. Let me think. Well, Kim and I, we went home from the club. We didn't get a date till a couple days later, or maybe the next morning or something. And that's when I went in to ask questions. See, most of the girls I met were in the nightclubs. I didn't start getting to the dates until I started doing internet dating in actuality. Or I'd go out the next day. A lot of times I found out their life story laying in bed. After sex, if I didn't put her ass to sleep and she's still kind of groggy and ass, awake, I like to talk. Let's see, Kim. Got to remember everything I can about Kim. She's a mulatto. She worked for the state. Okay. Let's see. She did a threesome on her birthday with 2 dudes. Nope, I didn't bother to find out what motivated her. That problem is we only lasted 3 days, or from Thursday to Tuesday. Let me go back in my memory through another one. Well, Jovina. Now, if we look at my meetup with Jovina, because we didn't have sex right away, I met her I danced with that Saturday night. We went to drinks on Sunday, and we talked. And I found out a bit of her life story. She was divorced. She was looking to settle down, and that's what you're looking for. That's what I look for. That's the main thing I look for is women that want to settle down. Because that made them more special for me. And knowing that was what was motivating her to be out there in the dating pool, that's what made her tick. She wanted a man to... Right, Jovina? She's getting her makeup on. Huh? Never mind. She wanted a man... She was tired of the whole dating thing. She was tired of not having, just one guy to date. And let me think back. God, that's such a long time ago. Jovina. Not dressed. You won't be on camera. Yeah. Okay. When our first date, I was talking to you, getting your little life story. Actually, I'm still getting a life story, but I was finding out my information about you. As I recall, you were tired of the dating game. You were tired of? You said you had been dating. Yeah, 2 years, so. Yeah, she had been dating for 2 years, going strong. Um, and as I recall, that's what I used as the motivation. I think I told you I was looking to settle down also.
You did tell me that.
Yeah. So that's how I took her motivation and used it and tied it into my own motivation, which I actually wasn't. I was trying to settle down, but I didn't think it would be with her. So from my experience, to illustrate how you determine her motivation. See, I boned these chicks before I even did I didn't do the datey thing. That's what you have to remember is I didn't do the datey stuff. You guys do the datey thing. I didn't have to. I had the power to go to a club and pull them from the club and bone them. Then I'm going to lay in bed and talk to her the next day or something. Tina. She just popped in my mind. I only remember certain females because I had a rash of women that I couldn't remember their fucking name. Remember I told you fellas that I would always ask my boy Craig to, I'd signal him, get her name? Because I don't remember their fucking names. I'd have my boy Craig get their name the next day if he was in town. Otherwise, I suffered. And I tried to figure it out. So, I've got two that I can talk about. Tina and Julie. Julie I had an internet date with. I did do an internet coffee date. Tina, we met... Fuck, how did we start fucking? I met her at Malarkey's. That was the night that one chick, I gave her my card. I was working on Tina. And I figured I'd pick her up another day. She said, no, it's got to happen now. And I walked away from her. She was they had a limo that night. She was in a limo. So I didn't get her life story. I just danced with her. And I don't remember how we fucking connected. Fuck. I called her. I invited her to my crib. She came over. Yeah. Okay. And most women you're going to find is they're looking for a man. That's the main thing that I've noticed. Most women are looking to settle down for a man. I don't care how big a freak they are or whatever. Most of them, I've noticed in my life, in my experience, are looking for a man to settle down with. So that's the motivation. That's what makes her tick. She's out there going through all these fucking dates with these dudes just to find the one. And that's where you align yourself with her vision. Now you're going to ask, how do you align yourself with her vision? That's where you find out what type of man she likes. This is for you weaker guys. You find out what kind of man she likes, okay? And you display the qualities of that same male. Like, without knowing it, I'm just like Jovina's dad. Women end up dating their dads a lot of times. Her father and I are very similar. So you align yourself with those qualities. You got to use your words. If she says, I like a man that likes to work hard and is ambitious, and you say something, you'll say something like, I agree with that. I think most men should learn to work hard and become ambitious, like what I've done in my life. Suddenly, boom, you align yourself with that quality, and that makes you rise up in her head. Okay, number 2. On the whole chase video, you spoke of putting her to work. Again, what are the things you've done in the past to do that and keep them from being idle? Yeah, let me start with my fuck up. Met a girl at the club named Tanya. She had 2 kids. She had just moved from Texas back to Sacramento, where she's from, and drove the fucking U-Haul van herself with her 2 kids in the car. So I'm on the Pimps Network, and that's one of the things you give a bitch a job. I thought, okay, she has 2 kids. She's trying to reestablish herself. I found out the hard way that she had wanted me to put her to work afterwards. I was thinking like a nice guy. oh, she's got 2 kids. She was mad because I had projects. See, I'm not like you, TW. I work for myself, so I have projects. Okay, I don't take a paycheck from some other man. A man doesn't give me money to buy my food and stuff with. I make it myself. So I've got projects. Hopefully, you can become a man like me by starting some kind of part-time business. So a man doesn't give you your food money and control your destiny. That way, you could pull your women in on your projects that you have going for you. Every one of you guys should have a project where you're working to free yourself from being under the orders of another fucking man. Every one of you guys listening to me should be doing that. You shouldn't be up under other men, taking their direction. Like a bitch. Sorry to put it like that. That's the honest truth. You're a bitch. You're bitches that go to these jobs, make you little peddly money, and you go home and live your fucked up lives. So become a real man and do it yourself. So let's take Jovina. Jovina, I got her into Toastmasters because she studies fashion and all that stuff. So that's how I put her to work. She has a website called How to Dress for Men. She teaches you guys how to put yourself together like grown-ass men in a way that will attract a woman's eye. A lot of you guys are so stupid. Excuse my angers. When I think about it, I think how stupid the guys on the internet are. They think they can do it themselves. Go get a professional's help. Women don't look at your clothes. I've heard guys do that. Doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter how you dress. I've heard Caucasian males say that to me. Or read Caucasian males that wrote that to me. Can you believe it? You better believe it. But I put her to work. I got her into Toastmasters. I gave the example many years ago. We went to this club and there was an announcer there. They were doing a show, and this is how nervous she was about speaking in public. The announcer put the mic to her mouth and she forgot how to speak English. She spoke in Portuguese. She forgot the language she'd been speaking for the last 30-something years, English, and reverted to her native tongue. So I got in the Toastmasters, and every time she did a speech, the week before the speech, I'd hear her grinding her teeth at night. She's the type that got to memorize the entire speech. Every word. That's just asinine to me, and then she would grind it out at night. Her teeth would be grinding all night. That's how much stress it was for her. But like a true trooper, she came through for me. So she learned how to speak in public. You've seen her, if you haven't seen the video of her in the San Francisco layer teaching the guys, she learned very well. And maybe I'll put that video up on this channel here. If I still have it on this computer. Maybe I might even have it on this computer. Let me check. Let's see. You got to go here. Click this. Videos. Yes, I actually do. I believe. Let's try San Francisco Layer Part 2. I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, here we go. I'll be with your questions in just a minute. You chit-chatters. Okay, remember, Jovina could not do public speaking at all. I'm at the San Francisco Layer giving a lecture. You see all the PUAs here. You know, she let go of her life raft. This is called a life raft. Guys that hang on to this, they hold on to a life raft. She's going to eventually start moving around like a professional speaker. There she goes. Jovina, why are you doing that one eye thing with your hair? Oh, never mind. Glad you had your hair covering one eye. Oh, okay. There was a couple of guys that actually had their dress down. There's one fat guy in the room wearing Crocs, and that's when he wanted to go to parties. He was a total PUA dude. And he's like, why do we got to dress with... Dumbass.
He said that, remember what he told me?
Come in here.
Remember what he told me?
What did he tell you?
What I was saying was incongruent.
He said what you're saying is
Trying
incongruent.
to throw out big words as if I wouldn't understand.
That's the bullshit that was going through the nerds back then.
And I'm looking at him like, are you for real?
Yeah. So anyways, her, after the lecture was over, her line was full of people asking her questions. Okay. So, as you see, I gave my woman a job. I put her to work. Again, what are the things you've done in the past to do that? And I've just shown that. Lastly, you said only 2 questions. Lastly, you said you should be kissing in the coffee meetup. You ever ran into any girl who was shy to do that in public? This is where your questions make my mind freeze up. Where'd I go meet my women? You got to understand me before you ask a question. You know, you got to know my history in the game. What did I do? Where did I get my women? And even with inner dating, shy chicks didn't meet shy chicks. You vet them out. I'm not going to do a shy chick. I'm not going to go through all that stress because the female's shy. When there's a woman that's just as good as her over there in the corner that's more open and outgoing. Shy chicks, they get shy about their bodies. They're shy about, having sex. I don't want shy sex. I want fucking good sex. So I don't waste my time with shy females. So that your question here doesn't work for me. Any girl who's too shy to do that in public. I've never ran into a girl that was too shy to kiss in public. Just let you know that, okay? Was my experience. Maybe other guys did. Maybe some of you guys watching me, you didn't vet your women properly, and you did. I like the woman that knew how to dance, that loved her body. That was my favorite type. Didn't always run into that type. But at least they weren't afraid to be uninhibited in public. Because remember, I went through a series of vetting for each female. She gave eye contact, good. She's in the process now. And I'm looking at all the other chicks. They like what they see. They like all this. So I get her on the floor and I test her for her submissiveness, willing to follow a man. If she doesn't pass that test, she gets that dance, we're done. I walk off. Thank you for the dance. Okay? So that's one way you can get. I don't know if you go to clubs. I don't know if you're like Grease, can't dance, right, Grease? But I'm trying to get Grease to dance. I'm putting some lessons. I got him a James Brown lesson yesterday on the forum. How to do the Camelot and the Boogaloo and the mashed potatoes. Wait. Yeah. We'll get you out there, Grease. While it's a flow, did you find by the animal watercolor game they were ready to be kissed? That's a good question. I kiss them when I feel like kissing them. I'm thinking back to Jovina, and I just feel like kissing her. I was doing the whole eye, looking at her eyes and looking at her lips as we were talking. And we were in a bar. And I just took her chin and kissed her. Jovina, did I use the animal color water game on you on our first date?
You did.
I did. Oh, good. At least I followed my procedure. How far after that did I kiss you?
Just minutes after.
I guess it's minutes after. There you go. See, I don't remember all that. I'm so busy seducing that I don't remember this shit. So minutes after that. So I know that when you talk about, when I talk about the sex part of it, that women, they do kind of get it in like the mood. Do you see, this is your fourth question. You said 2 questions. Do you see giving a compliment about her before the kiss effective? Okay, no, I'm not going to do that today. I don't know. Before the kiss effective, or you see it best to be nonverbal to do it. Wow, you're nerdifying kissing a girl. Okay. I didn't give out a compliment before kiss. I just did it. I act like a real man. I'm not a nerd trying to think about when should I kiss her. I'm not some guy with fear in him. See, your problem is you got fear. So you're trying to figure out, when should I kiss her? When should I kiss her? And because of that fear, you're trying to get some fictitious point in time and space when you should kiss her. You should pay attention to her body language. You should pay attention to her and tune into her. Jovina,
Yes, sir.
come here.
Okay, I'm naked still, by the way.
Be naked.
I just don't want to get on camera.
Tickle bitties. Forget about me. Let's go to one of your other dates.
Forget about me. Okay?
Yeah, when a guy kissed you, weren't you giving off signals?
All women do.
Yeah.
You can tell they have a certain look on their face. They're getting closer to
Yes.
God, I mean, it's obvious.
It's so
Look-
basic
that
human-
Look in the eyes, the
Yeah.
way they have their lips.
Yeah.
You know, how do you miss that?
Remember, we're dealing with internet nerds. A lot of guys are internet nerds on here.
It's right there. The minute you can tell. You
No
can
social
tell.
skills.
You should be able to feel it.
Exactly. You should be able to feel it. You can tell when she's getting sexual. I cannot
They're getting.
nerdify this.
They get closer.
Mm-hmm.
They start talking. In
Make
a
sure it's not
certain
turning X-rated.
tone.
Okay, you're not in there. Yeah.
They're talking in a certain tone. There's a certain tone in the voice.
Yeah. 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 I remember with you. Yeah.
Well,
I could tell you were ready to be kissed.
With most
So I
women,
did.
I think there is. Don't these guys watch movies?
I think they watch more action stuff,
Well,
That's
watch
cool.
watch
which is cool. It's cool.
a chick flick for a change, just to see. No, just to kind. That's actually
Actually, that's good advice.
You know, just once, watch it and really pay attention to that first kiss scene.
Yeah. Okay, let me teach you how you can train yourself, TW. That's advice I gave many years ago. What I want you to do is go get a movie, and I want you to turn the sound down on the movie and try to watch the entire movie with no sound. That will teach you how to pick up on body language. Okay? Turn the sound down so you can't hear it and watch the entire movie. That will teach you how to pick up on women's expressions and what's going on just by watching the visuals. Then I want you to get another movie and turn your back on the movie and just listen, see what's going on. That way you learn to listen with your ear in language, pick up the subtext, hear the subtle changes when a woman's voice gets sexual. Okay? And make it a chick flick or a romantic type movie. But just don't get terms of endearment. Something like that's really old, never mind. That'll help you develop the skills. All of you guys develop the skills that you need to be able to tell when a female is ready. You'll be able to spot body language real fast by doing that. All right. What's up, Greece? It says, dang. Wait a minute, what did I miss? He says, God, all those dudes in there look like fucking virgins. Jesus. They look like lames. Look at that bowl cut far back. True, brother, true. I feel sorry for women if this is what they have to choose from. Well, the guys that end up online, I'm sorry, but you're like the bottom of the barrel. Email me whatever we did last time. I think it was for the Mitch Murder account, that information. We'll put you in there. I should have done just a hangout. That way you could have been on there. Okay, fellas. Now it's time for you guys to step forward. I think I'm done with the fellas' questions. So you give a compliment effective, or you see it best to be nonverbal and do it. Nonverbal. If I understand the question right, do you see giving a compliment? Yeah, nonverbal. Because that way you're paying attention to her body language, her clues, as Jovina just talked about. Let me go back to the layer and my lecture. Let's see the bowl cut. Let me start at the beginning. This is my first date.
First date was the first John Travolta movie, Saturday Night Live, I think it was called. You know, like this whole stuff. And after that, I started dating her. She was my first girlfriend. I was just happy to getting some. Because for my first piece, I went to a place called Ford and T, where the professionals were to take care of it. I was 17. That's all I took her. I was trying to make her a virgin. So anyway, I get to respect on a regular basis. And I decided, you know what? She's not going to tell me. She already had 2 kids from 2 fathers. I don't want to marry this girl. I don't want to be with her. She sensed that and started taking her birth control pill. So she got pregnant. And I did what guys did instead of you get married. But 7 years later, I was tired. I got into teaching aerobic fitness. That's where I met this gentleman back here, Henry. He was one of my students back then. And I learned how to teach aerobics. I was studying dance and I wanted to learn how to dance. And I started teaching aerobics. I started taking all the freaking instructors in town, all the ballerinas, all the dancers, and testify to that. There was the good, there was the bad, there was the ugly. It was good, I was dating a lot of women. It was bad because they all showed up in my class, and then it got ugly. So, I had to do something about that. You know, I was doing my business. I had like, 10, 20 girls in class. Me bugging me after class, waiting for me to finish class, and I dug out. So, I started going to nightclubs. And from the age of 27 or so to the age of 45, I've been going to nightclubs. And I learned how to meet girls in nightclubs. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. We're going to talk about several different aspects of your game. So when you get here, you guys are going to be some hella good players. I don't mean pick artists, I mean players. Real players. So we're going to start with your inner game.
Back then, I was separating players from pickup artists. So, any questions, fellas? I haven't seen this video in a long time. All right, let's see what we got here. Hey, P.S. In your How to Make a Woman Come product, you talk about a woman looking in your eyes when they come. Yes, I make them look me in the eyes. I tell them to look me in my eyes. When I was fucking my main girl, I told her to open her eyes and look at me, but she kept them closed. You got to get her to open her eyes. A lot of women, that's very powerful. And it's hard. It can be very hard for women to actually look at you while they're coming. You got to get them to do it. Okay? You sent me the information. Let me go check. I'm trying to make Grease the mod so we can. It's not in my inbox. I need that information. I think it's the channel name or something. Let's see. When I asked her if she heard what I was telling her when she was coming, she said she got lost in the moment and couldn't hear my demand. Sure she didn't. How do I work around that? By getting her to do it. It's going to take a while. The Unbreakable, it's going to take you a while because she's a bit on the shyer side. So just give her some time. Just keep telling her, hey, open your eyes, baby. Look at me. Grease got to send me the channel name or ID or something like that. Good question, Unbreakable. I'm trying to remember any girls that didn't do it for me. I think there was a few. It was hard to get them to open their eyes. What's up, GMK? It's like the fellas are slowly rolling in. I put a video up on my old channel, but it doesn't have that live thing on it. Supreme show throwing shade. Looks like Ashy Remo's in the house. Derek, what is your secret for being dominant? Being dominant life? You mean, what is your secret for being dominant in life? That's a good question. I've always been this way since I was a little kid. So I don't really have a secret for being dominant. I've always been like this, even as a kid. Now, my older brother, he was the dominant youth in our amongst us three kids. I would fight him all the time until I was in 8th grade. He's 2 years older than I was able to beat him up, and I became the dominant one, the alpha male of the kids. I'm my father's first, and he was our mother's first. So we both had position of being first. Anyways, we had a lot of bad fights as kids, a lot of dangerous fights. I don't know if you guys ever been in that situation where you and your brothers fought like cats and dogs. But anyways, I've always been dominant. I'd bossed my little brother around. Amongst my friends, I was always the one that was being the dominant one. So I don't really have a secret. What's up, Christopher? Not sure if you read my earlier message, but this damn flu had me out of work and the game for a whole month. Wow, that's bad, man. But you were shy. Yeah, I was shy. But I had friends. Shy people have friends. I had brothers. I didn't walk around trying to dominate everybody around like I was, a bad. Actually, I did do that in Japan because I was a good fighter. I had a lot of fights in Japan, and I got really good at it. Oh, thanks, Travin. Yeah. You plug it in.
Hold on to it so I can push it in.
Okay.
Move your cough so it doesn't spill when I move this.
Okay.
Thank you much.
All right. Hold on. Let me see if we can get Grease as a mod here. Let me think. Hold on a second, fellas. I'm trying to figure something out here. They changed the format on this particular channel of how you find shit. And Creator Studio, my channel. Let me try my channel. No. Okay. Everything's in the green on this channel. Sorry, Grease, I'm not remembering how I did it last time. Keywords, link account. Let me try upload defaults. Anybody know how to do a channel mod thing? they don't give you that little gear wheel anymore. Or maybe I convert back to the old version. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me try this. Okay. Connected accounts, privacy, notification, playback, TVs. No, that's not it. Greece is gonna have to be next time. I can't figure this shit out. Video manager, community, channel. Wait, community. Okay, subscribers, community settings. Right here, got it. Okay, I need the whole URL. So I'm going to need the URL. I don't know if just YouTube goes in front of that or what. See if it works. I just put that channel ID in there. Let me know if it works. Okay. Let me try to catch up. Supreme question, can you please talk about the reptilian brain, what it is, how best I can start accessing your reptilian brain? Your reptilian brain is the basic part of your brain that's, you don't use conscious, your consciousness forms your thoughts. When you start speaking from your reptilian brain, you're speaking from your inner self, your inner man. It's the reptilian brain that kept, for example, my ex-wife's brother alive. Some gangsters beat him to death, half to death. He was brain dead for 7 years. They pulled the plug, and he kept breathing. They shot him. They pistol whipped him. It was over some stupid drugs. Anyways, and that's the part of your brain that I try to get you to speak from. Basically, it's where your instincts come out of. Your drive, your inner manhood, if that makes sense. What I want you to do is Google reptilian brain and start reading up on it. Okay? I need to improve focus, Alan Riggs says. So do I, Alan. It's Mother's Day, GMK says. I wouldn't have scolded her. That, I'm missing some conversation, I think. Remo says, the girl I've shown you the text convo, she couldn't come home because she had to go home early to cook for her mother. So I had to scold her for that today. She's cooking for her mom. It's Mother's Day. GMK's asked you, Remo, if you went to the movies with the girl. Alan Riggs, does meditate really help train your mind, or is it just horseshit? It really does help train your mind. Meditation's been around, Alan Riggs. I'm not sure what race you are, but let's just say it's been around since the beginning of man. Beginning of European life. Put it like that. Aries, fishing for love. Remo. To Remo. Did she know that before deciding that you guys should go to the movies? Dawn, supreme question. Okay, I've done that. Grease asked about the reptilian brain. It's the brain that I talk about. I'm trying to get guys to tap into their emotions, their inner instincts. I just call it the reptilian brain. There's a reptilian brain, but I call it that. That because that's where you can pull your anger, all that basic drive stuff out of. Christopher Williams, how you been? Saying to Greece. Okay, they're talking. Let's see. Looking for questions. Greece says he's going to be in Seattle permanently. I'll give him a year before he gets tired of the fucking weather there. Remember, I was born there. And I lived there off and on in Seattle. Also, GMK is in Seattle. So you can hook up. I don't know how Brother GMK tolerates the fucking rain up there. Remo. She said she did and apologized for not telling me. I didn't go hard, but I let her know I wasn't feeling it. Cool. Greece, yeah, I got your number, man. Going to be talking dirty to you all night long. Let's see. Afonso. Nope, lost it. To Greece, bro, your banter is on point. Spoke like a true Englishman. Brother Greece, your banter is on point. A long time ago, they were doing, they'd do Shakespeare rap songs. Therefore I creep. From that song Creep by those bitches. Remo. So I was able to salvage the night and go to another girl's house that I pissed off a few months ago. Good. GMK says, haha, I don't answer unknown numbers. I hope you like the rain if you come in here. I've never been out in the game in Seattle. I'm sure the players get by. I just care for sunshine. Greece says, oh, the rain doesn't stop a player. I sent you a PM, Afonso. Okay. Fishing for Love, a.k.a. Aries. He says, damn it, Remo. I had a feeling you should have pushed to bring her to your place first. But hey, at least you got to see a bomb-ass movie for free. Oh, she paid. That's good. GMK, Supreme. Why don't we do the video chat like we normally do? Don't know what you're talking about. Explain what you're asking me. The video chat. Are you talking about the Hangouts? I almost did a Hangout this morning. I almost did it as a Hangout. It's an extra step you got to go through to get to a Hangouts in this whole new bunch of jumbled up shit that YouTube put up here. They used to have the Google Hangouts. They don't have it anymore. It's now under this live shit. You got to click some extra buttons and do a little extra shit. Greece. Oh, snap. It's Aries. Chris James. Damn, I have to go get this fried chicken. Hope the show is still going to be going when I come back. Why, Chris, that's mighty black of you. Having some fried chicken. Yes, fried chicken for Mother's Day, he says. Wait. Your mom eats fried chicken too? Alan Riggs, what? We are not reptiles. That doesn't make sense. Don't bother, Alan. It's over your head. Don't bother. Google it. Figure it out yourself. Oh, no wonder. It's hobo. Alan Riggs is hobo. We still have a reptilian brain. It's at the base of our brain. The top of the spine. It's called the reptile brain. Don. Supreme question. I met a girl last night. We couldn't go for coffee today. Okay. But during the week, we both work. How can we make this work? Should I suggest we meet after work? I'm doing it. Yeah. What else could you do, Dawn? I don't care if it's at fucking midnight. 3 in the morning. Make it happen. Remo, the thing was that I didn't know about her plans because we would have done everything earlier and I would have had time to do other things. That's why I scolded her. Good. By the way, she's a submissive. You just gave her some pleasure. You amped up her brain. Submissive get all funny when they get scolded. All emotional. And Grease says to Dawn, just ask her. Make it happen. Thank you, Grease. That was really a simple thing there, Dawn. Are you overthinking stuff? Is that what the problem is? I mean, she works 8 hours, you work 8 hours. That's at the end of the day. A true player's going to get at her. Even if it's gone on a fucking lunch break. And you do it in a hallway or something. I don't care. Okay, I lost my place. GMK. Hey, then I'm looking... He's talking to Grease, never mind. Okay, we got a white supremacist in the room. Call himself Alpha Redneck. If blacks were the first man, is that why they look like monkeys? Is it because they were the first to evolve? No offense or racial, just curious. Actually, Europeans look more like monkeys than black people do. Look at all the hair all over your bodies. Also, you guys have rhesus DNA. We don't. You also have Neanderthal DNA. We don't. Okay? And by the way, Neanderthals were not subhumans. As I just... Hold on, let me show you proof of that. Neanderthals are not subhuman. They just realized or came up with this. Let's see. Hey, Grease, try to send me the whole, the entire link, not just the cut-off version of it, so I can make you the mod. So, researchers claim Neanderthals were not subspecies of modern humans. So, that looks more like a monkey. Monkey brains. So Neanderthals are not part of the human category. That means that you're either 95% human or 90% human. They're white racist troll dude or whoever the fuck you are. Now let me ban the fucker. Fuck. It's not working. Oh, there it goes. Hey, I can add a moderator. Grease, I'm going to add you as a moderator. There's a little tab on there. Add moderator. Richard Evans now moderator. Thanks for your channel. Derek Kelly. That's actually probably one of the guys I've been teaching some lessons to recently. There's a video up where the white supremacists are complaining about an ancient figure from history, Hannibal, because the evidence shows that Hannibal was either half black or full black. And these white supremacists are arguing on this one particular video, and I stepped in there. The guy hasn't said anything back to me after he tried to say the Moors weren't black, and I showed him, Rembrandt's painting of the Moors, just African as can be, and I showed him other famous paintings. And I showed him, and then I finally asked him about, why does white supremacists enjoy fucking dogs? So I put up links to the dog fucking shit. So the guy's a little upset at me. Derek Kelly says he overthinks also, and it puts you into a state of depression. Aries, Supreme. If I'm not sore the day after a workout, does that mean I did push hard? I'm sorry, does that mean I need to push harder? Yes, it does. Next workout, yeah. Try going to failure. I'm still sore in my pecs and my back right now. And I did that workout on Thursday. I still have some residual soreness in the chest area. And I did it to failure. 3 sets to failure. That didn't really sound like alpha to me. Because he said, the crap he said at the end. See, black folks, we don't have all that body hair. We also don't have Neanderthal. They're trying to change that to Neanderthals because they're trying to create something different. That's why they've been showing a lot of redheads in all the TV shows. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to that, but they're trying to white folks are trying to get their ancestry from Neanderthals. That's why they changed it from Neanderthal to Tals, and I refuse to make that change instead of coming from blacks. That's how bad the racists are. Supreme, pull out the book of facts. Pull out the book of facts. GMK says, yep, I've got the facts. I can go up against any white supremacist and defeat him. Once you learn the truth, they can't beat you. Walter, Player Supreme, would you have joined the military? No, I would not have. If you go back, if yes, what branch? Today, my mind today, yes. My mind back then, no. Because I don't like taking orders from somebody. That's the reason why. Although I did try to join for the Gulf War, but I had 3 kids. I went and talked to my dad. I said, they're not gonna take you. Grease says, shaking my head, you can't make this up. Christopher Williams, the way you start is the way you finish. So my question is, since this older chick I've been talking to paid for my dinner and my lunch to take with me for work, will always be that way? To take with me for work. I got to figure your sentence out first. Talking to, paid for my dinner and my lunch to talk with me? No. The way you start is the way you finish. Always make sure she pays. You have to make it that way. Okay? She started that, so continue it. Say, hey, why don't you take me out to lunch? What are you doing? Okay, why don't you take me out to lunch? All you gotta do is open your mouth. Yes, it can, but you have to treat her sometimes. Chris, Christopher, yeah, he's talking to Christopher. Meaning occasionally pay for dinner. I guess I was cheap. I wasn't paying for shit. I had kids to support. But I do agree. Even the pimps talked about it. Every now and then you want to put a little bit of money into the funnel. Let's see. Meaning occasionally pay for dinner or do small shit. Yeah. That to her will make her feel special, enable her to want to do more. So pay for her every now and then, small shit like a movie or a small dinner. I'll get that bitch a Happy Meal. But seriously, when I've taken Jovina out when I first started, after I first started rooming or living with her. The first few months was just sex. We met for sex, and she would start cooking. So pay for her every now and then. Let's see, Christopher. Okay, cool, Grease. I'm gonna start doing that and follow those instructions. Puppy bacon. What's been going on with the show, brother? Rewind it and start from the beginning, and you'll catch up with us. Outside of that, show's going good. Wait a minute. Didn't I ban you? Weren't you the guys that was talking about cooning? Because I was demonstrating an aerobics thing, and you said some bullshit about cooning? I'll wait for your answer. Supreme question. I regularly go out every weekend. Hold on. I regularly go out every weekend, but I've reached a point where pulling bitches is not always consistent. Then you're doing something wrong. There's something going on in your game. Because I went out every weekend and pulled bitches. Almost. When I didn't pull a bitch because I didn't find the right type of bitch I wanted. She had to be submissive and follow my lead. So there's something going on. What's going on in your game? The more you go out, the better your skills should improve. It shouldn't be a hit or miss thing. Derek has asked, do you have a wingman? Also, where are you going? I didn't like wingmen myself. They're more trouble than they're worth. It's like having a boyfriend. You hold each other's hands. I prefer to go to the club alone. I always did my best game when I was alone. It amped you up. It made you work harder because you ain't got a boyfriend to talk to and kiss and make up with while you stand off to the side. And his weaknesses become your weaknesses. But he does have a wingman he goes out with. How can I improve my nightclub game to become more consistent with pulling girls out of the club? Okay, what's wrong with it? We got to figure out what's going wrong. What are you doing wrong? And then stop the bullshit that you're doing. Do white girls like black guys? How many white chicks have I been with? I've been with 137 chicks. The majority of them were white, so I would say yeah. I found the white chicks that like black guys or willing to try one out in my life. He's asked, do the white girls like black guys? Yeah, Don is in England, and there are white chicks that like black dudes in England. When I was a kid, the first mulattoes that I ran into, their mothers were English, and my dad was in the service, so of course I'm around service people. So my best friend at the time, and also a girl that I worked at the hobby sales store at Mayfair Air Force Base. So there's a woman there. She had a son that was half black, half white, and she was English. Where am I going wrong? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Don. Where are you going wrong? You should know enough about your game as to where you're going wrong. Puppy Bacon says, yeah, brother, I didn't think we should. I don't give a fuck what you think. You dumbass son of a bitch. Make us a mockery of ourselves. Dumbass, I taught aerobics for 24 fucking years. I'm not even gonna, nah. Dumbass son of a bitch. Trying to help? Like, at my age, I need your young ass help? I was just trying to help. No, I'm trying to help you, motherfucker. The fuck off my channel. I don't like young punk motherfuckers there, brothers. I'm just trying to help an old man. Shut the fuck up. Supreme, I have a problem with lacking motivation to stay in the gym consistently. I enjoy exercising more when playing sports. Regular gym routines still bore me. That means you're doing the same routine over and over again, and that does get boring. You gotta be willing to change your routine every time you work out if you really want to keep it interesting. Bill Pearl has a book called Keys to the Inner Universe. Buy it off of Amazon. I don't care what it costs. It has every goddamn way you can do a different exercise. And I always pick something new to do each week. That's what I do for my clients. I change their workouts all the time. That's why I've had clients for 30 years. I can't believe that idiot. Bacon. What the fuck? Don, I normally go out alone, but lately I've made a squad. Wow. Christopher, so I reached the high-level player and not low-level player. I'm going to continue reading 7 Steps over and over again. Even when I was sick, I listened to your meditative program in my sleep. Good. Read over and over again. You know, I read The Pimp Game by Mickey Royal over and over again because I would do a show from it. I just open the book up and put my finger on something, and wherever I put my finger on, I teach from that. I always learn something new. Fix your game before you do. Bring a wingman as you aren't at that level. Grease says. Learn to hunt on your own also. Don says, Don, lose the wingman. Derek Kelly, I've been working out regularly, even with my kidney issues. What is the reason people don't like using machines? Well, I have some information on that. They did a study, Derek. Alpha males prefer the free weights. Lesser males prefer the machines. That's from an actual study on it. So judge yourself accordingly. Machines lock your body into a movement and you just push the machine. With free weights, you have to use extra muscle to stabilize. Like on the bench, you use your scapula, you use your abs, just to do the fucking bench press. Okay, which works your chest, your front delts, and your triceps mostly. And a little bit of ab work to stabilize the torso. But also, it works the stabilizer in the scapula, and in the back area. So they're harder. And alpha male types go for the harder type of exercises. Don is saying the grease. Okay, that means I need to find new bars and pubs. Yeah. Yep. Sure, Don. Or just roll solo so you can work on your game. And I agree with that also. But you aren't babysitting anyone. Exactly. I never go to a hotel bar with another dude. Ever. I always rolled by myself. Derek says, I haven't used machines, but I don't know how they're an issue. Not sure what you mean. How they're an issue. They're not an issue. Weak motherfuckers go to the machines. Strong motherfuckers go to the free weights. No issue. You're either one of the weak ones or you're one of the strong ones. And Reese says iron builds iron. You got to get up under the iron. Even the act of putting weights on the bar is effort. Yeah. And I'm a guy that does it for a living. I stack weights for people. Paul Stewart, sub player. My hair is balding. What should I do? And will it kill my game? Get a consultation with my girlfriend. She can take a look at your hair. But what I did was I shaved my head. I don't know what race you are or what type of head you have. If you're a white guy, you might just cut it closer. I don't recommend white guys do the bald head look unless you have a certain shaped head. A lot of white guys have odd looking heads, so they look odd. How much for hair? I have no idea how much for hair transplant. Grease says go bald and look good doing it. Make sure you dress for your skin tone and look. Talk to Jovina, get that dress program or consultation, he means. Jovina.
Yeah.
Come here. Wait a minute. Cardell's cussing us out.
Who? Cussing us out? Why?
He says, Happy Mother's Day to all.
Okay.
Are you calling us motherfuckers, Cardell? Ain't no mothers here, man. But we all have mothers. Okay, I think that is.
Well, maybe he means
That's
me.
what it means, yeah. Paul Stewart. Oh, wait, Grease. You and I both are motherfuckers. Have we not fucked mothers? And the daughters. We're motherfuckers, man. We both have our intelligent glasses on.
Yes, well, I have to have my intelligent
shit.
glasses to be able to see.
Cardell says, no. Chris L.O. Storm. I've just joined. Welcome, Chris. Yeah, we certainly are. Have a seat. That's my favorite pair of jeans. Come around here.
Huh?
Come around here. You got your, you don't have your makeup on, but that's all right. Oh, you got makeup on.
A
little bit.
Yeah. I've got
Sit down.
some. Hold on, this chair's.
There's a guy he's going bald.
Okay, but I have to. See.
You can't. He doesn't have his photo on.
Oh,
He's going bald, and he wants to know what he can do. I recommend if he's a white
his,
guy, just
what's
cut it
his
short.
pattern? What's the balding pattern look like?
Oh,
I'd have to see in order to give him any advice. But I mean, the best option is to just shave as much of it off. Just maybe leave just that little shadow. Sometimes it depends on how much hair you still have left.
like the transporter guy.
Yeah, it depends on his pattern, and what's left of hair.
I see. Okay, I believe it's Stewart.
But she eats olives. What?
Hmm?
But she eats olives.
But he doesn't like olives. Like I don't like olives. He thought you were all that until you started eating olives.
I started eating olives. I've been doing that.
Shit, Jovina, light, bright, and almost white.
I know. I do look really light on this camera. What is?
She wasn't like that when I met her.
No, I sure wasn't.
She has something wrong with her anemia or some shit like that. Let me
I'm
see if
anemic. Yes, I am.
yeah, let's go to the downloads. Where I had that photo of you?
I don't know. Oh God, that's the worst one. You have to
Their
put
worst
that up.
photo. Yes, I got to put that up.
You could put something else up. I've got much better photos than that. That's horrible.
Here's a horrible photo of Jovina. See, she had color back then. She just woke up off my goddamn couch. This is my old place, that green ass couch, and she like made a permanent ass print on my couch,
Oh, shut up.
watching TV and shit. That's how she used to look, little tough little heifer. Let's see. Where am I at? Welcome, Chris. Motherfuckers indeed.
Oh God.
Chris says, I'm a motherfucker too. Got to be a dirty player to fuck someone's mother and daughter. You know, I never thought about it as being dirty, that I was dirty. She should have brought her daughter around me. I mean, when the first time I met her, after that, we went home and fucked. Bubblehead. I call her Bubblehead. I can't remember her fucking name. I remember Doris's name, but I
Bubblehead?
can't remember. Doris worked with over there at Blomberg's with your son
she was
and
the secretary at the.
yeah, she was a secretary. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I fucked her.
I've never met her, but yeah.
she was weird. Her dad. Problem was her dad was fucking her. To see, her dad was Italian, and her mother was Swedish, and they own property down near UBC. They own these orchards down there. He was like your dad, real hard working, but he was fucking his daughter.
Yeah, my dad won't stop until the day he dies. You know
Yeah.
that. He was on the roof all this time.
Yeah, we got a new roof. Her dad was up there slamming on a new roof and shit. Let's see. Damn, I want those glasses. Those are cool. Fishing for love. Aries Supreme. How do you break through strength plateaus at the gym? Go to failure. That'll increase your muscle mass. Okay? Light bright. Damn near white. You're a white girl.
I hate being called that. I really do, by the way. I can't help that I look like this. Sorry. I just didn't turn out like the rest of my family.
You got that throwback white gene.
It is what it is. I can't help it. It's my parents' fault. They messed up. They gave it all to everybody else and skipped me. Well, I was the first one.
first.
Maybe they just messed up.
There were no genes, I guess. Your dad's gene didn't kick in.
they
well,
were-
you're your mom's complexion.
They were young and they didn't know how to do it right.
You can't even tan anymore. Jovina, look at your sex read today. Happy Mother's Day. He says baby. He calls my woman baby.
Hey, that's not acceptable.
That's not acceptable. But that's a hobo. He's trying to be, he'll throw his job at any chick that comes along.
Okay.
Baby.
Could skip that part.
Nigga, please.
What?
But she eats olives.
I do eat olives. What's wrong with that?
It's a European thing.
I'm not the only one that eats olives. There's other people in my family that do.
Yeah, but your nephew's half black, half European. That's why he eats olives. I don't know if any brothers
Actually,
eat olives.
it's just the two of us. We're the only ones who can sit there and eat a whole jar of green olives all by ourselves.
Riggs trying to pick that lock. That's hobo there, Grease. The brother had that crush on the one bitch, wouldn't let it go. Remo, how can I fix my issues with going out solo? Oftentimes I go out and feel I lack purpose. My purpose is seek and hunt and destroy that pussy. You gotta have a purpose. You don't gotta go out and just skip around. You're going out there to meet chicks and spend my time bouncing around the city looking for something that's not there. That just sounds depressing. Now, Remo, most of the time that I went out, I did find someone to sleep with. Most of the time. Not all the time, though. Didn't happen all the time. Because sometimes girls were designated drivers and they couldn't come over after I called them. And that's one thing you guys gotta do. If she can't come home with you right then, because girls don't want to look bad in front of their friends. They don't want to look like they just give up the pussy to everybody. So they'll sneak once they get rid of their friends to be with you.
But if they came together, they won't abandon each other. That's
Like the Marines.
That's the other
They
thing.
will leave nobody down the
on
battlefield.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. So how'd you ever? Yeah, you never actually went home from the club with anybody.
No, that's
had
not
your friends.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
or if I was driving, I would drop them off.
Yeah. Then sneak.
Didn't have to sneak. I mean, they were all kind of doing the same thing.
Okay. Looking for something that's not there. The girls are there, Remo.
You just have to pay attention.
Yeah.
You're not looking hard enough.
Paul Stewart. I'm black and I'm balding around the crown.
Okay, so that's on the top of the head.
I have a bad grade of hair. You know what? There is no bad grade of hair. That's from white supremacy. If you got really curly, tight, little tiny curls. My son Donnie and Tracy has that. Those really tight, tiny little BB curls. It's an African gene.
Okay, yeah.
Because the hotter the climate, the smaller the curls are going to be. And they had no problems. My son Tracy's balding, so he shaves his head.
Yeah, exactly. And that's really pretty much your only option at this point if you don't like the way it looks.
By the way, we're watching a show called American Dream.
Oh.
Now, for some reason, black guys, we look good with a shaved head. And this brother in American Dream, his father is Jamaican, one of your people, Greece. But I guess he's pure African descent, which is, I guess that's over there in Jamaica. There's really dark skinned ones, or like Greece's family, they're like light skinned. But the ones that are really dark, they're like pure African DNA. And the mother is white, English.
She's English, yeah.
He's darker than I am.
He is. But
his facial features are different. But they shaved his head.
he
to
does
make him look
have
tough.
his
And that's a
features
good look.
are very
Yeah.
different. That's the one.
He's got that, a longer nose that sticks out, and smaller lips and different eyebrows, yeah. But he looks like a brother. From the back, that big neck that we brothers have, and our little ears.
He's got your head
And
in
the
back.
bald head. So don't worry about that, man. Shave that shit. And grow a goatee, because black guys, we look good with goatees. Shaved head and goatees. Grease says, yep, I would have to toss Jovine in the bushes for olives, man. You lost your mojo over Grease there, baby, with them olives.
Oh well. I'm not giving up olives.
Walter, when I go out alone, it's hard to get my momentum going. That's because you're probably still inhibited. I had the same damn problem. I think I talked about, you probably not aware of this, but I always talk about when I first started going to clubs, it took me almost to goddamn club clothes to go ask a girl to dance. And then even to dance alone, I started going to like house music, and it took me a long time before I get out there and start dancing. And I was a good dancer. But I would finally make myself, okay, next song, I'll take the left step. In dance, you start with your left foot. So I start with my left foot. Also, same thing in Egypt. They always said left foot forward, the side the heart is on. So.
That's how we do it too.
Left foot?
Mm-hmm. That's how we're always taught. We were taught to start with the left.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was just standard.
I think it is, actually. In dance, I think it's left foot too. Anyway, so I'd make myself, if I put my left foot forward, then I got to put my right foot forward. That's for dancing. If you're going to go ask a girl to dance, you got to do the same thing. Put your left foot forward. Next one, I'll start with my left foot. And I would sit there and next song. And it took me a while, okay, before I felt comfortable to grow my power to be able to walk over and just, grab a girl. Grease, Alan Riggs, do you live alone? Also, NYC dating seems to be really packed. Are you expanding your dating options? He's asking Remo that. Grease, are you going for the one type of woman? Paul Stewart says Jovina's pretty. What do you say, Jovina?
Oh, how sweet. Thank you.
I don't know if Grease, if you could shave your head, man. I'm not sure that would be a good look for you.
For who?
For Grease.
I say if you have hair, you keep it.
Yeah. Enjoy it. I don't think Grease will ever go bald. He doesn't have the
Yeah,
balding
some people
gene.
just don't have that gene. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's based on, both sides of the family.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it jumped ahead. Okay, Jovina's pretty. Grease, when I mean dirty, most players or men don't have that mindset to even take it to the mother and do it. We don't have moral absolution is what it means. Yeah, you learn to, you learn that these morals, as Nietzsche talked about, aren't weighing with a damn. Go read Nietzsche. Cardell. Oh yes, Cardell. Make sure the mother is not a dance partner, LOL. You don't want to date the mom and the daughter. Yeah. Grease, don't worry, Jovina. My mom is just as bright as you are. She is. She's actually lighter than you are. I thought it was a white woman.
That his mom.
He sent me a picture of his family.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, who's that white woman sitting there? And then I thought,
Oh my God.
I'm looking for, he says his mom was light-skinned.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know she was that light.
That light, yeah.
It is not light, bright, and damn near white. Light, bright, and white. It was like, what the fuck? Because, Grease is dark-skinned. So I thought, okay, she might probably, yellow skinned.
have some kind of
his father's light-skinned. His
skin tone or something.
Mother is like white.
Yeah. Well, my mom is too. I guess I take after her.
Just as bright as you are. If you two sat next to each other, you would be related. Your mom reflects light, man. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but she's awfully light. I'm not going to show a photo to anyone else, but
I'm practically the only one in my family that is this light, really.
okay, to make sure the camera's not on the picture, let's get this off here. Let me show you. That's his mom.
Oh, okay. I see what he means. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's his dad. He's light-skinned.
Yeah, he is.
That's his sister. That's his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And the baby is all washed out.
Well, is that the baby's mother?
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
white girl's the baby's mother.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you see what happened with my nephew's
No offense.
little girl.
Your brother, he's light-skinned, and the baby looks like he's a little white baby.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of
But,
European in your background.
You can't choose how you're going to end up looking or how your kids are going to end up looking. That's just the way it is. I mean, you saw how my great niece turned out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, you see her parents,
Yeah,
right?
both of them are black.
Yeah.
She looks like, what's that player's daughter's name?
Steph Curry's daughter.
Yeah, she looks like Steph
Riley
Curry,
Curry. Yeah, that's exactly. She's her little twin.
Yeah. Okay, let's catch up on the questions, and you have to leave in a few minutes, and I'm gonna be closing Showdown when you leave.
Yeah, Steven's coming by in about a half hour.
Let's see. Remo's asking Grease a question. I like black women, but the venues that are predominantly black, I hate going to them, and I prefer mixed venues. I do too. In my town, all the black places were on a place called Stockton Boulevard. That's like the ghetto.
Didn't used to be like that though, back in the day.
Supreme is okay to work chest 2 days in a row? No, it's not. Your body needs to recover. Interesting question. Nobody would want to work chest 2 days in a row because your body needs to recover. To recover, you can injure yourself doing that. Work the chest Monday and Thursday. Well, I like to work the entire body. So if you just do a 2-day workout, you'll be fine. Preferably 3. Work around 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But you need that recovery time. If you're not recovering, you got to get holistic with it. That means you work out Monday, Thursday. On a third day, add a Saturday to it. Okay? The real thing to get big is recoverability. We're not on drugs, so we have to recover like naturals do. That means you got to be back to 100% before you can work the chest again. So I know that when I work my chest next, is going to be probably Monday, because that little bit of residual soreness will be gone. Hobo. I'm not thirsty. I just like women. LOL. That's why I came here. I'm here to master the game. Jovina, you are going to be just fine. Soldier on. Paul, I've been doing barbell curls. Any tips on how to get my arms bigger and stronger? My biceps are about a 5/10.
Yeah, what's that mean?
I don't know what that means. I'm black with Native American in my background. Oh, one of my people. Okay. Are you half? Or just in your background? Doesn't matter anyway.
He says background, so he must
Yeah.
have a certain percentage. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a percentage. Now that, well, that's important.
Enough to know that he's got it there. He should do his DNA, actually.
Yeah.
And
Like Snoop Dogg was like 26% Native
yeah,
American.
that was quite a bit. That's over a quarter.
That means his mom was half black, half Native American.
Yeah.
That's why he has that hair like that. Anyway, what you want to do with your curls, the bar is pull your elbows back. So the bar drags up the body. Make sure you can see me. So it drags up the body. It stops at right about your nipples. Okay? Those are called drag curls. That'll put the stress right on the biceps. Second thing you do is take them to failure. Like when I was doing my biceps, well, when I still do my biceps, but I go into 24-hour fitness and I warm up with 60 pounds or whatever's around. Then I grab their highest weight, which is 95 pounds, and I do as many as I can. Okay? 17 reps. Then it goes down to, I was down to, I think 12 reps, and then 10 reps. But you do as many as you can. Also, when you go to the gym, they have the preacher bench. Go around the other side of it and lean on it and work from the backside and do what's called spider curl. So your arm is laying straight down with dumbbells. Just straight up and down, okay? Google the word spider curl or search for it on YouTube. Greece says try new places to Remo and dating outside just to practice. Hobo, I think the way you develop depend on genetics. That's actually true. But what he doesn't realize is that you can expand your genetics to their fullest capability. A skinny guy can actually get some nice size arms. Derek Kelly. A lot of women don't like dudes who are bald in their 20s. Do you find that to be true? Because a lot of guys are shaving heads to be bald in their 20s.
Yeah, I agree that not everybody can get away with having a bald head. But it depends. It really depends on the person. A lot of guys actually, no matter what age, actually look really good bald. You know, they have to have the right shaped head, you know, the right look to go along with it. It's not just shave your head and then call it a day. You know, you have to have the right look and attitude that goes along with it.
Greece says he's considering going bald this year. What do you recommend?
Who?
Greece.
I don't know. If he's got hair, I would not do that. I don't know. If you want to try it and see how it works out, you can always grow it back, I guess, if you actually have hair.
Mm-hmm. Derek's asked the question, or is that a fallacy? I believe it's a fallacy. Alan Riggs, that's hobo. Some got it, some don't. Greece says fallacy. Greece also says most women will get with a bald guy if his dress and confidence is right. I agree.
I just
I
said
agree.
all that. I just said
Yeah.
you have to have the whole look together
I'm just
and
catching up.
attitude. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm way behind the conversation. Yul Brynner, bald head, badass white man. Yep. Think he had issues? Nope.
Probably not.
And not in his real life either. He didn't have issues in real life.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah. He's the one that went up to Richard Burton. If you're English, you know who Richard Burton was. No, that wasn't him. That was the guy that looks like your dad.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
You talked about that before.
Yeah.
So that-
Something else. Yul Brynner smoked 12 packs a day. He lived for a long time for
God's gonna bug me
He
now.
died.
The guy's name.
Oh, that's easy to find out. All we have to do is
Yeah, I know.
do a Google search for. Now I can't remember the fucking movie he did.
I don't know. I don't know the titles of the movies. I just remember.
Yeah. Wow.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's gonna bug me until I
It
think.
reminds me
of
of
his
your
name,
dad. He was in the Magnificent Seven, the original Magnificent Seven. So let's go find that. So I can't remember those movies he did.
too. Oops.
That's some new shit.
So did they remake it?
Yul Brynner was in there too. Looks like, yeah. Yeah, they remade
You
the
have to
shit.
go to the original. Is that the original cast up there in black and white? Right there.
I can't see where. Oh yeah, okay.
Well, he's not there.
He's not in there. I thought he was in.
What?
Oh, there is Charles Bronson.
Oh.
Yeah.
How really? How did we forget that name?
Hobo's asking Grease if he hits the gym, and he goes, "Yeah, I hit the gym since I had to lose weight, and I run." Damn, I lost everything. Sorry, fellas, I got to scroll back up.
I think I hear a car door.
And I think your son is here. Okay,
Okay, gotta go.
she has to go.
Like it's Danny though. Hey, happy Mother's Day. Thank you.
I was like, where's the cars at?
Huh?
Well, Steven said you were going to be here. They were going over there. I don't know. That was
Yeah, but you were already over there, weren't you?
Well, fellas, we have to end this show now
I don't think you.
because Danny Boy is here. Danny Boy,
Oh,
the pipes are playing.
The pipes. I remember that.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna
it's an Irish
The
song.
pipes are
put
calling.
this in
Yeah.
the water.
Bought some roses, good for you.
Yeah, they're pretty. Thank you. I'm gonna.
So what's up?
Nada. Fight Autumn Fight. What does that mean?
There's this like local wrestling thing that they do like once a month. The first or one Sunday every month. And she is like the sister of one of the wrestlers, and she had to go to the hospital and everything.
Oh, her name is Autumn. Okay.
Her name's Autumn, yeah. So I made
Gotcha.
this shirt to support her and everything.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
I got it done at a t-shirt place. It was like
Mhm.
print t-shirts and everything. So
How much was a T-shirt?
it
To print.
wasn't much. To print, it was like 25, I think it was. It was a while ago, so.
That's expensive. Hold on, fellas. Let me see if I
To
can.
print and buy the shirt together, like
Mhm.
the combo. So
Okay.
would have been cheaper just if I got my own shirt, but bought the shirt there.
Gotcha. All right, Christopher. After I fully recover, should I do light workouts or lift to failure, super high intensity. To start with, you want to work out light as your body builds back its immune system. Then switch over to high intensity.
Nyquist Elementary.
Cardell, well, I say this about Corey Wayne, even though he has some good advice. He does not let the man be himself. He does not talk about interracial dating. I love interracial dating. Well, that's because you're black, Cardell. And that's because he's white. He has no clue about interracial dating. He wouldn't date a sister either. He's a white man.
Oh, is it? So have you seen him there?
Yeah, because he went
Corey Wayne has good advice, Reese says. We aren't hating on him, as he has good dating advice. Cardell, Alan Riggs, I do agree with you, whatever Alan Riggs said. I jumped ahead, fellas. I want to hear him finish this before other son comes in. Alan Hobo says, yes, I don't think people who want to dominate their lives should listen to him. Cardell. And Cardell says to Grease, I'm not hating on the guy, but when it comes to relationships, just more than hang out, have fun, and hook up. Chris, sir, when you were in your prime with your, what is a physique, and you practice bodybuilding, you don't practice bodybuilding, you do bodybuilding. Did you take creatine? I tried it at first when it first came out, and yeah, it did increase my strength, but I don't like relying on the pill for my strength. I'm really holistic about my body. Can you talk about, please, what kind of supplements? Okay, there's a supplement that I always took back then, besides having the, I go to GNC, get a mineral or a vitamin pack. It's called the Russian Bear. Okay, that had everything in it. All the extra herbals that you need. Take that every other day and you'll be just fine. That's the only thing I took close to it was a supplement. It's called the Russian Bear. And I'll see if I can find it on Google. Oh, they've changed.
Don't even worry about it.
got stems flying everywhere.
Shit. Let me go back to the just information. I don't want images.
See if I can not do that again.
Flying stems.
Going to fly.
So yeah, I downloaded the new Fast and Furious movie, but I haven't watched it yet. So
It was pretty good.
is
It
it?
wasn't bad, yeah. Okay, on the Russian Bear.
I downloaded it yesterday, but I haven't watched it yet. So.
Okay. What you want are the supplement pills. They've got a whole bunch of products out now, it looks like. But Chris James says, fuck creatine. You stop using it, you lose what you... See, that's why I didn't want to get into taking creatine. Are you taking creatine? Are you in the gym? I thought you started back in the gym.
I did. But
I don't see a muscle yet.
I haven't gone in a little while, so just been crazy with the whole move and everything. I just haven't gone in a little bit.
You play football, you got to get back into it.
Oh, yeah.
Got to get big so you walk around all swole. Call you Swole Daddy.
Swole Daddy.
Yeah. Put out a shirt, Swole Daddy. Chicks dig a guy with muscles. Cardell. Also looks good for the body is to back away from red meat. I had to argue on that one. I know for long-term health, but for the body, in red meat, you have certain minerals that are really valuable, like iron, good source of iron. You get natural L-carnitine from red meat. Walter, I would cut it against the grain before going bald. Grease, I can always grow my hair back. Yeah, you're lucky, man. I just want to try it. My dad still has hair at 86, so we don't have that bald trait. Yeah, you're lucky, man. I have a question for GMK or anybody that's African. Do Africans go bald? Does that run in the African gene pool?
This is your mom's.
So I thought it was from European blood because they go bald. Chris James, I'm bald and 39. Still get choosing from women in their early 20s. Chris, I thought you were younger. Hey, that's the black side of you, man. It don't crack.
Does he have to drop him off, or did he take a bus hike? Did he ask? He didn't say.
Richard Burton.
Because if he,
Nah, I finally caught up to that crap.
I could have gone instead.
Grease says, yeah, he saw his movies. And I moved the mouse and it just jumped way ahead. Chris James, lifting a diet will get your face chiseled so you can pull it off better. But if you're naturally stocky, you could pull it off too. He says. Grease says, stop looking at. Yeah, you busted me. My favorite pair of jeans. And Grease is out. Says peace out. Good. Good. Aries, what did you think of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie? My ex-wife, she was sitting next to me. She fell asleep. It was okay. I saw the first one, and I've seen the cartoon. It was just okay. I didn't look for any racial stuff in it and none of that stuff. I just enjoyed the movie. You saw it too? Did you like it? Yeah, just okay. Yeah, it was. They're trying hard for jokes.
Yeah.
Trying too hard. Sharmar, to get cut and ripped, a lot good protein and herbs in my protein shake after working out. Chris L.O. Storm, I'm just sticking to a good diet and trying to also stay away completely from junk food, fast food, and sweets. That's my weakness right there, the sweets. GMK says my dad started bald at 39 to 49, so it does happen in the African gene. So I thought it was from the European side, my dad's family. Europeans. I forgot I'm in a house full of Europeans. Actually, you're not even a European, you're an American, Danny. You're a Luso Americano.
Yes.
He's a Luso?
He's a Luso. Well, of course, he's born here.
Yeah. How's that feel?
Is this like it's supposed to feel different?
You have no connect. Well, you've been back there, though. Yeah.
A few times, yeah.
Yeah. Chris, also in the last 2 years, I've been cutting down on the alcohol I consumed. My plan is to completely quit alcohol. Good luck with that one, man. I never got into it deeply. And I think I've caught up. So we can end our show today. Hour 51 minutes into it. You guys have a good weekend. And we'll be back another time and do this show again. Peace out.